What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another Money Monday. Hey, happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope everybody saw all the people, ate all the food, did all of the things. I feel like I'm still on a tryptophan hiatus. Oh my gosh, I am sluggish and exhausted today. I hope you guys are feeling a little bit better than I am. First snowfall here in good old Middle America, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, and it's sticking on the ground, so that's new. Approaching December here, last day of the month. How's everybody's sales going? If they're not going as well as you would hope them to, these are the videos you want to watch. They should serve as motivation for you to go out into the thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, wherever it is you're getting your items, auctions. Look for these items because they sell for huge, huge dollar amounts. These are not my sales. We just pull them from the eBay catalog and just simply say, wow. So if you've got a Bolo that's similar, preferably vintage, preferably used, high dollar amount, shoot me an email, dadplanetofficial@gmail.com, and I will feature you if I like the Bolo, if it's relatively recent, and give your store a shout out. Maybe that will encourage some extra sales, some additional sales from other viewers. So little piece of goodwill there. But yeah, 10 bolos here from the catalog, Money Monday. Let's do this. The first one, okay. What is going on with trading cards, ladies and gentlemen? I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. But I mean, there was such a distance between how popular they were and how horrible they were, and then becoming popular again. Like that's such a huge gap, like that 30 to 40-year gap. And maybe I'm missing some of the peaks and only focusing on the valleys, but the Three Stooges trading cards from 1959, Fleer, the entire set. Looks like every card is in a sleeve. There were 96 cards in total, and this got 30 bids for $559. God bless American Toy Collector with 100% feedback. Very, very good. Nice mid-grade set, they say, not a professional opinion. Now, there's no other comparable sales like this entire set, but if you look, some of the cards from the sets will get you 10, 20, maybe even $30 just by, scrolling and looking at these. Some of these I don't believe are from the 1959 set. Here's 6 cards that sold for $10, but there are some individual ones. It looks like this one was purchased but not paid for, so they relisted it, or they even at a higher dollar amount. So yeah, I mean, here's one for $10, $10. It's all free shipping, but I mean, you should be able to ship this out for extremely cheap. So that 1959 Fleer Three Stooges set is making money. So pay attention to it. Maybe one of you kind folks will get lucky and find it, but cards, I just don't know what to make of it. And believe me, I'm not complaining. Like to see like no ceiling in sight for cards. The Pokemon stuff is out of control. Baseball, basketball, football. It's good for us resellers. So definitely not complaining. I just can't figure out what in the world is going on. Anyway, we'll go on to the next one. Disney, I think, what are these, salt and pepper shakers? Yeah, open salt and pepper holder. So okay, it's a condiment set from 1930s, made in Germany. How do you even determine that this is an authentic item? I mean, it looks like it got through. It wasn't flagged, and there's a stamp on the bottom here that I can't really read. ALLERAGNE. That might be something to look up and pay attention to. So it's a condiment holder from the 1930s, and it's sold for almost $1,000. Missing a spoon, but no cracks, no chips, probably no crazing. This is another outlier here. When I look at Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse salt and pepper shakers, there's one that does recur. So here's one that you'll see often, $20, $30, and then there is a set right here as well. Disney Productions. I believe these are ceramic. That one's new for $20. This is an interesting one right here. These are cool. Lucite. I feel like these should have sold for a lot more than they did, especially if they're vintage. $10 was way too low on that. Price higher, ladies and gentlemen. Price higher. Here's that same set or something similar. So you'll see a few recurring ones, but nothing like the $1,000 condiment holder. So look up that stamp. I didn't look that up previously. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe we'll find some more comparables on that item. $1,000 though. Good sale. Good for them. Next one. Now, I'm going to link in the description the brand that you should be looking for when you're sourcing vintage hats. I'm not going to go into this listing any further than what the selling price was, because I want you to watch that video, because Sports Specialties is the brand that I feature in that video. And not only is it the brand that I feature, this shadow style hat is the style that is also featured. So don't get excited about the $1,250 asking price tag here, because its actual selling price was $500, but the actual selling price was still $500. I mean, this, again, these are the items that you really want to hone in on in stores, because it just looks like your average hat that they're going to price at $1.99, okay? And anytime I feel like there's a bolo that I see or I come across that could easily be missed often by the shop Goodwills or the pricers of the world in those stores, I'm going to feature it here, because those are the items that I really want you to find also. So a very unassuming hat. You can see there is a shadow above the actual logo here. Watch that video on Sports Specialties that I did in the description, and then I'll move on to the next one. But yeah, that was a recent sale, last couple of days, and that was from Dayton, Ohio. Man, they didn't come up to Columbus and find that. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. Sony, this is model, let me maximize the picture here, WM-10-2. There are no comparable sales of this model, of this Walkman. So it got an unbelievable 85 bids. It was bid up to $520. Again, no comparable sales on it, so there's nothing to put up on the screen. But another item that is really easy to miss. So it looks like these early model Walkmans were not made out of plastic. They were made out of the majority of it is metal. So you can see it there, should really hold up when being used, right? Can probably like take a hit, take a little bit of damage, where plastic is a cheap plastic. So keep that in mind. You know, when you get a Walkman that's a little bit heavier, made out of metal, you are probably in the money. I just sold one recently that I couldn't get to work for $70, right? I sold it for parts and it went overseas. So always keep your eye out for Sony Walkmans in general, but the WM-10-2 model is certainly one that is going to get you an absolute ton of money. $520. Shout out to you, Scott and Mitzi. Nice find for real. Yeah, we'll move on. You don't see jadeite wall hanging vintage phones, rotary phones these days. In fact, I think this is probably the only one in the last 90 days that has sold that is actually jadeite green. What you'll see on the next screen, well, the next screen is the actual selling price, which was $375. But what you will see is a lot of the jadeite colors. Those are the desk phones, and they'll still get you a decent amount of money if you can get them for the right price. But you'll see like hunter green. Okay, they're saying avocado green. I'm saying hunter green. You don't see a lot of jadeite. Okay, so that would be that should absolutely catch your eye for sure. So, but yeah, you know, $50 here. This got 27 bids. This is the avocado. Blah, 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 blah. I told you, I'm like losing my mind. Avocado green. We'll still get you some good money. Here's a wall phone, same color, $23, but nothing like the jadeite one. So keep your eye out for this color in particular, because jadeite, you know, it still has a following, still very, very popular. You know, having that wall piece would be really rare. So somebody bought that and got a nice little deal on that, and then we will move on to the next one. Okay, let's get you a better picture. This is a vintage Shaquille ONeal jersey from the Orlando Magic. It says 1994 right here. The seller has 1995 in the listing. It is a size 54. Grab Orlando Magic Shaquille ONeal jerseys any. You're going to make at least $30 no matter what style it is, assuming of course it's authentic, original, all that. 30, 40, $50. This one, however, and I can't really determine why it got so much, but it ended up selling for $607.30. So keep your eye out for Shaquille ONeal. Like I said, here's one, and these are sorted by recent. So here's an Orlando jersey that was sold for $45. Here's one for $65. One bid for $25, and then this outlier that I can't really figure out why it sold for so much. But it's an official sale. It's an actual sale. Somebody, you know, made the purchase. So, but anytime you see a Shaquille ONeal jersey from the Orlando era, the early to mid 90s, grab it, because you're gonna make really good money when you do, and that's what this is all about. So anyway, but back up to the top. We'll move on to the next one. This is just Chanel bathing suit, right? $2,000. Someone paid $2,000 for this. I don't have any comparable sales. It says it's from the 90s. Camilla floral print. Those of you that are into the really high-end stuff probably know a little bit more about this than I do. I should probably consult my mother on this, because she would have been in the know, having worked at Nordstrom, Saks, and all of that. But yeah, if it is actual vintage and authentic, $2,000 in November. Crazy. Buy good brands. Doesn't matter what season it's in most cases, because it's going to end up selling. So size 36, excellent sale. Just a neat thing to see. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, JBL. You find JBL Century L100 speakers, put them in your car, pay for them, and then run home. Okay, this was bid up 8 times for $835. This is another easy one to pass up, right? I'm overwhelmed in the back. These are big. I'm going to slap $8.99 on them, get them on the floor, and then hopefully somebody buys them, get them out of the way. So that's what the stamp looks like, model L100. And this is most assuredly a Bolo. We'll go to the next screen. Here's one that sold even more recent for $900, free shipping. Here's the listing that we are currently looking at for $835. And here's the cabinets that sold for $160. So hey, even if they don't work or they're destroyed, gut them and sell the cabinets. 25 bids on these for a total of $1,145. Great Bolo. Keep your eyes peeled for them for sure. Your stores will miss them. We'll move on to the next one. So I was today years old when I found out that Borelli's made an orangeade, and that Borelli's existed in the first place. I've never heard of them, so I'm not that much of a pop soda connoisseur. But this vintage sign had 24 bids, and it sold for $1,675. It is a Bolo for sure. Vintage signage, you know, just be a no-brainer no matter what it is. But Borelli's in particular, here's one that was a lot of 3 that sold for $400. Here's an individual of the same from above. It sold for $125. This is the listing that we're looking at here. Easy $100 when you get this this little door push vertical. And yeah, I mean, what a great find. I feel like the flea markets of the world, these are going to turn up for sure. You know, you'll find them at estates and all of that. Maybe occasionally it'll slip through the cracks at the thrift store, but flea market for sure is where you're going to find this one. And we're going to move on to the last one, ladies and gentlemen. A rare vintage Lisa Frank alien jacket from the 1990s that sold for $6,000. There are no comparable sales on a jacket like this, but look at how neat, for one, it is. But is this jacket worth $600? Well, it sure is to somebody else. So what an unbelievable sale. Fantastic fashions. Lisa Frank even has the previous owner's name written in it. What size is this? The size small? Yeah, so it just says size small. Look at that. No measurements, no nothing. The ultimate Lisa Frank collector's item. I would say so at this point. No, they took no returns. Sweet Pea Clothing 24, and it sold for $6,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that would make a lot of people's months, and that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for slugging through this one with me. dadplanetofficial@gmail.com if you've got a Bolo that is similar. I'll shout you out if I like it. That's all I got. Make sure you are subscribed if you are not already subscribed. Leave me a comment. Let me know how life's going. I'm out of here. Brendan, Dad Planet. Appreciate it. See you in the next video.